Hey, quick question for you. That thing you think you're not good at, who told you that? Like, actually, who said it? Because I'll bet if you think about it for a second, you can trace it back to somebody, a teacher, a parent, a kid on the bus in fourth grade. Someone somewhere said something, and you've been holding on to it ever since. I want to tell you a story about my husband, Greg, and a nun named Sister Rupert. Greg was in eighth grade and his class was singing in a competition against another class. It was this whole big school thing. And Greg, even at 13 years old, had a deep voice, not your typical eighth grader voice. And literally moments before the competition started, Sister Rupert leaned over to him and said, "Hey, Corbin, today just mouth the words." Probably didn't even take her 3 seconds to say it, and I'm sure she forgot about it by the end of the day. But without even realizing it, Greg held on to that for the next 45 years. From then on, he never sang. Not in the car or the shower, nowhere, no how. Because he was convinced that he had a terrible voice. Because Sister Rupert said so in eighth grade. But here's what happened. A few years ago, Greg and I were having one of our little at-home concert nights. It's this thing that we do where we take turns playing our favorite songs in our living room. And one of our favorites came on, Jackson, the Joaquin Phoenix, Reese Witherspoon version from the Walk the Line movie. Truth be told, we were enjoying some wine, so Greg is feeling pretty relaxed, and he just started singing. And you guys, my eyes got wide because it turns out my husband has an amazing baritone voice, like Johnny Cash level. He can hit those low notes beautifully. It was in him the entire time. 45 years. Sister Rupert was wrong. But that's not even really the point. The point is, Sister Rupert probably had no idea she was creating a story that was going to live in Greg's head and that he would believe about himself for almost half of a century. So here's what I want you to think about today. That thing you think you can't do, who told you that? Who was your Sister Rupert? Who told you you weren't creative or that you weren't smart or that you're bad with money or you're not a leader? Somebody said it and you've been holding on to it. Maybe for so long that it doesn't even feel like it came from somewhere anymore. It just feels like a fact, but it's not. It's just something that someone said, and now you get to decide right now whether you want to keep believing it. Because there's something in you that you maybe gave up on a long time ago. Maybe a whole version of yourself that you buried because of something someone said, probably someone who wasn't even paying that much attention. So this week, I want you to try something. Pick one story you've been holding on to about yourself and ask, who told me that? And is it actually true? You don't have to do anything about it just yet, but notice it. See if it holds up, because you might find out you can sing. So until next time, don't forget, you were made for more. So let's go get it.